Hi again everyone, this is Wilberfast, and here's another little quick look at my work in progress game Bugger. Here we can see the lovely little polygon based shadows that we implemented last time around. And now of course we need to get them working. We need to have enemies hidden from view when they're in the shadows and only visible when they're out of them. This first pass I'm using the enemies, each enemy stores basically a variable whether the player's in line of sight. It does a ray cast every second or so, and the trouble with this of course is that they drop in and out, as you can see, with a delay which is not very nice to look at. So what I've done instead, I've created this little lookup table. So this matrix here of visible and not visible, masked and so on, should be familiar to anyone who's played a real-time strategy game. You've got the fog of war, you've got the black mask, and that is basically constructed every time the player's cell, which is the red box, whenever that's updated, whenever that rounds to a new square, we update the whole matrix once and for all, so not once for each enemy, and all the enemies can consult this lookup table to quickly find out A, whether they should be drawn, and B, whether they can see the player and should acquire them as a target. So if we look at this second pass through here, this time using the lookup table, we can see the enemies appear and disappear much more quickly, it's much more responsive, it looks a lot better, and of course you don't sort of walk into a biting mouth without realizing there's something there, so it seems a lot more fair, which is always good. The algorithm behind this lookup tables creation is very much a hack. It's basically sending a raycast to every cell that's in view, so definitely I'm going to be changing that as soon as I can. But for now it is working reasonably well. The next thing I worked on this time around was the minimap I want to have working in the game as soon as possible. So I'm not sure whether this is going to be, as it is here, full screen or in the corner, or replacing the view as opposed to being laid over it, whether it should follow the player around. Here's another version where it's small and in the center of the view. I might put it in the top right, I'm not sure. Give me your ideas if you have any. As we can see, the major flaw with the raycasting method I'm using at the moment, it's actually just a recycled function. It doesn't work very well. It can tell whether a walkable ground is in view, but when it comes to walls, I mean, sometimes the wall is in view, sometimes the wall blocks itself from view. So I need to come up with a new method as soon as possible. And you know, I'm looking at a few algorithms that have been developed for roguelike games. So you know, and of course the people who make those kind of games are really smart. So you know, Dwarf Fortress and that kind of stuff. So they probably have some clever ideas. Hopefully I'll be able to get my head around that. Anyway, that's all for now. As you can see, the map gets built iteratively, as you might expect, and all looks very nice. Anyway, hopefully I'll be back with new progress soon. Till then, see you guys. Bye bye.